Deliberately, knowingly cheat on you. I didn't do what you did to me.
Now I see why you don't believe me. You are so guilty. You're as guilty as sin, and you figure you point the finger at me. Takes the heat off of you, right?
No, it's not true.
I'll tell you what is the truth. What happened between Simon and me happened. This was the first time it ever happened. We were just hopeless, and we had fear that we would never get off that island. I never gave up, every single day, trying to find a way to get back home. And Simon, too, he would do anything we could. And then we saw Celia die on a raft that we built. We saw her drown. That is the day that part of me gave up hope. I thought I was going to die on that island. I was going to grow old and die there. And after what Celia told me, how could I not give up hope? You didn't even know that I was missing. And there was no way home. That's the truth. Holden.
You better fasten your seatbelts, all right? We're about to land.
Oh, we're almost home. I've been waiting for this day for so long. Why does it feel like my heart has been ripped out?
Abigail, can you ever trust me again? I'm trying to figure this out. This is so... Wow. You know, in a way, I guess I should be grateful to Katie.
Grateful for what?
For publishing those pictures. It brought my love life to a halt. I didn't belong with Chris. I didn't come here for him. I came here for you. And maybe if none of that had happened, we wouldn't have gotten as close as we are now. Do you really mean that? Of course I mean it. Molly, all those heart-to-heart talks that we had, it seemed as if you were trying to apologize for something. I thought that maybe you knew, you just didn't know you knew. Please, just understand, I let that part of the past go. I was so afraid. Afraid of what? I was afraid that when you found out that you'd never forgive me. Do you? I mean, do you think that you can ever forgive me for this? Forgive you? Holly, I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Oh, more than you'll ever know, honey. Think about how Katie was so there, so helpful, a shoulder to cry on. She never really cared about me.
Katie Pretty wants two things in this world. She wants to be the most famous little anchor in the business, and she wants to stick her fangs into Holden.
Holden? My dad? What, is she crazy?
I am so sorry I had to be the one to say that to you.
It crossed my mind once, but... Ew.
I shouldn't have laid that on you. Forget that I ever mentioned that, Abigail.
I can deal with it, because once Katie gets what's coming to her, this thing will finally all be over. Unless she tries to get back at you, and then you have to get back at her.
What's going on? What are you thinking in there?
What if, you know, maybe we let it end here, you know, forget about it?
No, honey, Jake's been trying to get me to do the same thing. You are not going to believe it. It's Katie. Shh. Yeah, I'll take care of her.
Katie, hey, what a surprise.
You know
exactly why I'm here.
No, I'm sorry, I can't say that I do.
The videotape. The tape that you stole back from Lily. The tape that you and Jake were cackling so discreetly about. What were you planning to do with it?
Do?
Oh, cut the mystified Molly act. Game's over. I win. You backed yourself into a corner, and you don't even know it. Molly, you should have thought ahead, really, for Abigail's sake. Because if she found out what I found out, well, she'd be just as nauseated as the rest of the people you've been conning. I mean, that is a lie that would make a girl hate her lying tramp of a mother for the rest of her life. You want to dance, Molly? Let's dance. You've been faking since day one. You didn't forget anything. You know exactly what happened before you took the spill down those stairs.
I wish.
Oh,
Dr. Stewart,
cut it out, Molly. You showed your hand when you took the videotape back. You know all about Chris Hughes and the pictures that ran in The Intruder, which, by the way, Henry handed over to them.
Is that so? Henry Coleman did that,
So, now that the cat's out of the bag, where's the tape?
You're not getting anything from me.
Really? You want to play it that way? All right. If Holden sees that videotape, if anybody sees that videotape, I go straight to Abigail and tell her everything. That you have been conning her for months to save your lying behind.
You would do that to her?
Hey, sometimes it takes a good friend to tell the painful truth. And I'll be very gentle with her, I promise.
You wouldn't.
Holden cannot see that tape. I have worked way too long, way too hard to have you get in my way. So do yourself a favor and get rid of that tape before it falls into the wrong hands. Or Abigail finds out what a low-class reject her mother really is.
Okay. You win. I will not play that tape for Holden. I promise you.
I'm glad we had this little talk, Molly. And you know, if the amnesia bit really makes you feel like less of a loser, you should stick to it. It works for you. Later.
That isn't the real Katie? She is so barbaric. Now do you see why it's so hard to just say no to revenge? Walsh down on your head. Not to mention putting out boatloads of cash to spring Rose D'Angelo from jail for me.
I'm way smarter than that. I did it for Lucinda, too.
Oh, so Lucinda's gonna join this little party. Another one for your harem. 2 girls isn't enough.
You're jealous.
I'm peeved. I'm very peeved. Because every time I walk through your door, some babe is either hugging you or running around your apartment half naked. What's up with that, Jake? Is that some trend?
As long as you keep walking through the door. I mean, that's why I gave you the key, because I love seeing you in this room.
Then get rid of the crowds.
I am working on that.
Not until you give me an explanation.
I sprung Rose because Emily was sniffing around for a story, and I thought I would protect Lucinda's interests.
Did Lucinda know about that?
No, but I don't think she's going to have a problem with it, because I just called Matthew, and Lily is home safe and sound. There, you satisfied?
Not quite. You see, I need to know what Rose's being here is going to do for me.
Miss D'Angelo is going to help us stomp on Katie.
What do we need her for? Jake, we have the tape.
Overkill, insurance, whatever. I'm just not going to leave any of this to chance.
And you could have gotten Emily to back off Rose with one phone call.
True.
So why did you do this for me?
The trial with Stenbeck is going to be very, very hard on you. And I just thought you should be solid, steady. Besides, if you're going to make one last bad girl showing, it might as well be a good one.
Are those lips still available?
I figured it was as much his fight as it is ours, don't you?
Sure. As long as everything goes as planned, but if it doesn't...
Yeah, I can handle whatever. I'm just happy to be here with the 2 of you and have everything be okay between us.
Yeah, well, nothing like a good public tar and feathering to bring the folks back together, huh?
So where's Jake?
He's arranging the finale, actually.
Where do we come in?
Well, you guys are gonna put the whole plan into motion.